Hey guys, so as I'm sure you've heard, 343 has officially announced again that Halo Wars 2 will not get any balance updates, any future content, and there will not be a Halo Wars 3 at this time.
Just look at the flowers.
So I'm not going to read their full statement, but I will leave a link to it in the description if you want to read it for yourself. But in short, they basically said that they love Halo Wars 2. It holds a special place in their heart, and they love it so much that they decided to kill it on its birthday. So that's right. This is the 4-year anniversary of Halo Wars 2, February 21st. And essentially, on its birthday weekend, they came out and announced that, there's not going to be anything new. And it's just really depressing because, the Halo Wars 2 community, we've patiently waited for basically 2 years now. A year and a half ago, they announced MCC coming to PC, and they said, Halo Wars 2, you just got to be on the back burner for a bit. We got to port all these games to PC, and we just cannot do a balance update or anything for you guys. And, the Halo Wars 2 community, myself included, pretty upset by this, pretty annoyed, and, was basically just told to sit down, wait my turn. And that's basically what I did. For the past year, I, didn't really criticize 343 as much. I waited for hopefully, I was just thinking that something was going to come out this week because it was the 4-year anniversary. We didn't get anything last year for the 3-year anniversary. No yappening, no balance update. We did recently get an update in August, but it didn't address any of the issues in the game. It actually made some things worse, like the Vulture missiles are super OP now, and it's just really disheartening to feel abandoned by the studio that made this game happen. And I think it's just really irresponsible. And if you're gonna make a game, if you're gonna commit to Halo Wars 2, then commit to Halo Wars 2. Don't just abandon us, abandon that fan base. It just feels like a cash grab at this point, just to put the game out, make money. And now I want to play you a short clip from Ask 343. It's a community podcast they did. Check out this clip.
Something that we're really excited about is that this is not just a Halo game that we're going to get out and then be done with and move on to the next Halo title, but we're always going to be looking at how do we keep updating this game.
So from that clip, you can see, 343, they know right from wrong. They know, that it's not right to just put out a game and just move on to the next game. Halo Wars 2, basically, support was shut down essentially 2 years after it launched. That's a super short lifespan, especially for an RTS game where balance is so important. There is one thing that really bothered me in their language, in their community post. I know I said I wouldn't read it, but I did want to show this. They said, oh, we'll never say never. Look at Halo 3, it's getting updates, basically new content 14 years after launch. And who would have thought that we ever would have, basically came back to the MCC and fixed that mess. But, Halo 3 was never mistreated by Bungie. You know what I mean? They didn't forget about it. They continued to support that game. They even, if you were around during the Halo 3 days, they put in playlist changes. They put in a new ranking system at one point. They continue to support that game with new map packs and new content. So it's not like Halo 3 was left in some broken state. Now, I want to make this super clear. I completely understand and I agree that 343's attention the majority of their attention should be on Halo Infinite and the MCC. But the Halo Wars 2 community is not asking for a whole lot here. We're basically asking for the lowest possible bar to be cleared. We're asking for basic support, basic balance support. This essentially amounts to changing around numbers, changing around values. Units do more damage, units have less health, that kind of stuff. Not exactly the same as a new map or a new leader, even though I think it would be amazing if they did make a playable Flood leader, if they did make a Gravemind leader. They do have all those assets in the game. You know, you've seen my modded, or you've seen the modded content that I put on the channel. Like, there is a flood leader, and it's super fun to play. But that's beside the point. We're asking for the lowest bar to be cleared. We're asking for basic balance support. Just breathing a little bit of life into the game, even just quarterly. I'm talking 4 updates a year, 2 updates a year at the bare minimum. And that's something that they can't commit to. Like, come on. That's just unacceptable, in my opinion. You know, this is a AAA studio. This is backed by Microsoft. This is their latest Halo title. So for them to just say that they love it so much, but then to just abandon it in the same sentence, that just doesn't compute to me. And like I said, the majority of their attention should be on the MCC. It should be on Halo Infinite. And I see people saying, oh, well, maybe after Halo Infinite, you know, they can come back to Halo Wars 2. I mean, that's what they were saying when they were working on MCC, porting that to PC. It's like, oh, maybe after they port MCC to the PC, then maybe they can get back to Halo Wars 2. Well, we're here now, and they're not doing it. So there's always going to be something that they're working on. There's always going to be their next big project. That's the way it should be. We're just asking not to be forgotten. We're just asking for the lowest bar to be cleared. And we're asking to feel important. We don't feel like important at all. We're like the redheaded stepchild of the Halo community. We're basically just told that we're not important. And, you know, they can say all they want that they passively care. You know, it's just passive. Like, show me that you care about Halo Wars 2. You know, I know there are developers like Renzi at 343 who do care. But there are higher-ups at 343 who are gaslighting this, saying, no, you know, don't work on Halo Wars 2. Don't even talk about Halo Wars 2. We, as Halo Wars 2 content creators, cannot even get a response from the community managers about stuff related to Halo Wars 2 on Twitter and stuff. Don't even think about going to the Waypoint for an answer. I don't think any community managers go on Waypoint. It's all on Twitter. And, you know, in the past couple months, very nicely putting out tweets, tagging Sketch, community manager, tagging Postum, another community manager, just asking about Halo Wars 2. You know, is there going to be any more updates? Anything for the 4-year anniversary, saying that any response would be better than nothing, and just silence. You know, they won't talk about Halo Wars 2. It's weird. It's really weird. So just wanted to put my thoughts out there on this. If it could totally be different if they were to come out and say, you know, we can't focus on Halo Wars 2 anymore after this 4-year anniversary update. We're putting out one big balance change, you know, hopefully to hold you guys over for a while. We're sorry, you know, but we'll be back in some way, maybe after Infinite. That's all they had to do. You know, we're not asking for a whole lot here. We're asking for the bare minimum. And I feel like putting something out for the 4-year anniversary instead of 2 years of silence. Didn't get anything for 3-year anniversary. Not getting anything for the 4-year anniversary. It's just tough, man. It's tough being a part of what feels like a forgotten community. But I will say that I love you guys in the Halo Wars 2 community. You guys are always a blast to play with and goof around with and make memes with. You know, this community has passion. And while this feels like a gut punch, and I know it's not fun to be a part of a community that feels like your studio doesn't even care about you, it's not going to stop me from making Halo Wars 2 content. It's not going to stop me from collabing with other Halo YouTubers and putting out content for y'all. So, you know, with that, I just wanted to say that this feels like bullshit, but something we can do about it at this point. If you want to play the mod on PC, I'll be more than happy to walk you guys through it or play with you guys sometime. The mod's always a lot of fun, and that's really what we have at this point. We have modders who are going to pick up where 343, you know, just can't make it happen for us. But with that, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Please leave your comments down below on what you think about this decision. Keep it civil. And with that, I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.
Now we're invincible! What? Just upgraded? Yes. All units. Fortified level 1 reset. one in the bag.